If you love the stories of and the rest of the story, subscribe now. Her name was Eleanor, a woman with a powerful presence and a heart heavy with sorrow. She had made her mark in the theater world, her stage performances bringing a grace and depth that captivated audiences. But her private life was nothing like the roles she played. The pain of losing her husband Michael to cancer in 2001 cast a long shadow over her. "Eleanor, how are you doing today?" a colleague asked one morning as they stood backstage. Eleanor paused, her fingers brushing the edge of her costume. She could feel the grief still there, lingering like an uninvited guest, but she had learned to live with it. "I'm surviving," she said, her voice soft but steady, "and that's enough." Michael had been her partner for many years. His death left a hole in her heart that she wasn't sure how to fill. But she wasn't one to wallow. She never had been. After all, her career had always been a driving force in her life, a way to channel her emotions into something beautiful. And even in the face of deep sorrow, the theater remained her refuge. "I don't know how you do it," another actress remarked once, as Eleanor prepared for a performance despite the emotional weight she carried. "How do you keep going?" Eleanor smiled faintly. "Because if I don't, I'll be lost in the silence. The stage is the only place where I can breathe, where I can still feel him with me." But her challenges didn't stop there. As the years passed, Eleanor faced another obstacle, one that was more personal and unseen by the public. She was slowly losing her sight in one eye due to macular degeneration. It was a condition that could have sidelined many, but not her. One day a director pulled her aside after a rehearsal. "Eleanor, we'll work around your eye. Don't worry about it." But she shook her head, a hint of a smile crossing her face. "I'm not worried, I'll find a way, as I always have." And she did. Despite her worsening eyesight, Eleanor continued to perform, her ability to embody complex characters undiminished. Her acting remained as sharp as ever, her wit as quick, her resilience was unmatched. Years passed and Eleanor's career flourished, but not because she was immune to the challenges of aging. It was precisely because she faced them head-on, embracing the beauty in growing older, in learning new things, in reinventing herself. "I don't fear getting older," she once said during an interview. "Age is an opportunity for growth. I'm not slowing down, I'm just learning to move differently." Her journey wasn't just about her craft though. It was about living life despite the hardships, about making room for joy even in the darkest times. Eleanor's strength came from her ability to embrace both the joy and the sorrow, the victories and the losses. And for those who watched her, it was nothing short of inspiring. But there's one thing no one knew about Eleanor, the thing that would have truly surprised them all. Eleanor wasn't really her name. You see, this remarkable woman who had faced grief, blindness, and the passing of time with grace was none other than Dame Judi Dench, the icon who taught us all that even through the darkest of times, the show must go on. And now you know the rest of the story.